What's up? We had an epic weekend, guys. Super cool. Give lots of praises to all team members. We almost finalized everything, and we are ready to launch. Lots of launches this week. And we made the backend live finally today after lots of testing. So we don't have any blockers for notification center, homepage, everything is ready. But I think comms team has to provide some, policies for campaigns, how many campaigns we would like to have, and about the pictures in the homepage for the campaigns. Also, we have if then where if we make the content ready, so we can also make the new homepage live. The homepage is right now at this link, feature link that I sent in the dev channel. You can take a look. It's a quick update for our Western team members. And also we can make the PFP live, I guess, because PFP don't have any related blockers for going live. Okay, shall we start or wait for Cherik or other team members? I think they were busy and forgot to.
Hello.
Hello. Monique is freeze? Yep.
Okay, guys, let's start with intentions, extractions. My intention just to plan for the releases, but I don't have enough inputs from the comms team. However, I have something in my mind that I want to get the approve from you, and just give you a heads up about the other issues that we have in the backlog. And also I have an intention to see if we want to, when we can close the fiat things with the empty plurine or the on-ramp pair, and also the internationalization stuff. And I pass it to, let me see, Rami.
Thank you, Monique. Hello, guys. I'm here to sync up with the team and plan for the next week. Actually, I don't feel really good today. I think I got cold and I need to rest a little. And also, I'm here to talk about the notification center and the new homepage and going live. I pass it to Amin.
Thank you. I'm here. My intention is to talk about the release. We have an issue. I'm working on it. That's my distraction. And yeah, that's it. I pass it to Franco.
Thank you, and hello everybody. Intentions for the call is just streaming. I'm streaming on YouTube and hear everything about the new homepage. I'm just checking it out. It looks very cool. And I'll pass it to Mitch.
Wow, I gotta check out this homepage now. So much is happening. I am here to provide updates or listen to updates on the PFP collection. Forever and always remind about the nice token minter project and Lastly, just that question there, getting your feedback on getting some AI subscriptions for Giveth. And I will pass it on to Cherek.
Thank you, Mitch. Hello, guys. Nice to see you all. My intention for the call is to talk about releases and also homepage and PFP collection. I'm not started. I pass it to Carlos. Did you go?
No. Hey guys. Um, well, my intentions for the call is to talk about this week, but mostly check that nothing is wrong with the releases. So yeah, I'm checking Chainbind right now to sync up later with Maria. Uh, no distractions, and I'll pass it to Maria.
Hi. My attention for this call is about notification center and Chainvein and PFP. That's it. And I don't know. I pass it back to Mohammed.
Thanks, Major. Hey guys, my intention is to talk about the next week planning, but I would mention it that, guys, I'm in next few weeks I would work for praise about 2 days in a week, so I might be less available and give us less than usual hours. And my distraction is none. I don't have any distraction. I pass it to Mato. Have you gone?
No, man, thank you. Hey, guys, hope you have an excellent week. As Mitch said, many things going on during the weekend. I put priorities to a bug on the Gnosis Safe about the signatures. The front end part is done. We need to make a slight change on the backend to generate the token, so I think I will discuss it with Mohammed after the call because there is a 700 donation waiting for that to happen that is going through a multi-sig, so it has priority. And besides that, I want to also put the topic out there for the design of the Eat Denver landing page. Maybe if we make it dynamic, we can use the same thing for Flea in Merida. So I will try to leave some comments on the issue. For this week, I want to focus, well, for today at least, I want to focus on the RAD implementation for the reward team. The Mount Pelerin finally have a redesign. I had a meeting with those in last Friday, so I can start working on that today. And yeah, top priority is that Gnosis Safe bug that is almost done, but it's only missing that part. Yeah. Alireza, did you go?
No, thank you, Matthew. Hello, everyone. My intention for the call is to talk about new release, and I have no distractions. I don't know who's missed. I pass it to, I think,
Lauren.
Lauren.
My intentions for the call are just to catch up. I was on vacation last week, so I'm like a little like, oh, and I just like woke up in a tent and then drove and took a shower and like really dirty and well, now I'm clean. But anyway, I'm very distracted by having like just gotten out of Loveburn, and now this is like the first thing that I'm doing before I've even really sat down and like thought about my choices. Anyway, I'm happy to be here and looking forward to catching up. And I'll pass it back to Monique because I jumped in late.
Did I miss someone or everybody went, I guess? Okay. So as I told in my intentions, we make the backend ready, so we're almost ready for launch of the front end part, notification center. You can test it on a staging. Everybody can test it on a staging. And we only need to merge the front end to production. And I think we tested enough, So, and the other thing is the new homepage. New homepage, the functionality is good. And I just asked the front-end devs to finalize this this new homepage because we have plenty of requests from the campaigns, specifically for the It's Denver, all of a sudden campaigns that will happen. So to avoid hard coding on the homepage, we need to have this feature as soon as possible on live, specifically for the Denver and the other things that we have in the plan of the comms team. So, but the homepage, has some blockers. For example, we need video for, give a summary. We need to have a single point of, policy makers about the campaigns that we have to show it on the homepage. So these things, I have a sync meeting with Corey, but I think these things, need to get communicated from now on until Wednesday. I think that we can't keep this version more than Wednesday this week because we have to launch soon to avoid lots of technical debts, removing the conflicts and etc. And so if you want to follow up, this is my maybe a request, but I don't know, maybe Mitch and Lauren can help me on this. I also going to DM Corey about that. But let's remove the all of the blockers from the comms team to make these two features live, preferably this week. So I myself try to avoid every other, featured projects or new banners on the homepage until we make this new homepage live. So this is my intention to avoid doing this, hard code releases with bugs. So okay, and okay. And let's, as I know, for the Fiat integration, as Matteo said, we decided to not to follow up the on-ramper anymore. So our only choice is empty plurine. If I pronounce it good, I don't know. Correct me, Matteo. For empty.
No, yeah, I didn't want to send off on Ramper yet because I just asked them if they had some improvements. So I want to still make some tests before dishing them. But anyway, Mount Pelerin will go anyway. So let's wait for the best. But yeah, I'm still hopeful for on Ramper. Let's give it one last chance.
Okay. It's not my decision because we on the token log we have to I think close the issue for specific durations. Let the voters vote on other things if they're not possible to deliver. So I think we almost have 3 months as this Fiat integration. So we have to reach a conclusion about that. So in my opinion, I just followed it up with the Tosin and Mosaidi about the design. I think Mosaidi had some comments on the design for information matter before we jump into implementing it. So this is the thing that I want to mention. And if we assume that we cannot do anything on the on-ramper right now until waiting, so what's the plan for implementing them empty plurine, if I pronounce it, if my pronunciation.
Yeah, Mount Pelerin is mostly UX explaining how it works because basically we would guide the user to buy some XDAI and then make the donation with that. So Tosin and Mo had made a great work doing like some sliders that explains every step, super cool. So it's not technically a fiat donation, it's just hey, get XDAI super easy with your credit card and then make the donation. So yeah, as you said, if on Wrapper is not going to be priority right now, we can put that and release it because great tools are using it right now. For example, I took the idea from Honeyswap and I think it's working really great for them. So let's give that priority. I can make that happen for this week to try and make a release and complete that once and for all. Go ahead, Mo.
I'm sorry, man. I was just talking about that with hosting the empty pairing flow. There is some issues. I mean, some UI and UX issues on that flow. Tosin is actually working on it right now, but it's not ready at the moment. I think it will be done by maybe tomorrow. I don't know. But if you want to start working on it, it's not finished yet.
Okay, I had a meeting with Tosin last Friday and I think that it was completed, but yeah, I can wait, no problem.
Okay. Thanks. Sorry. Go ahead. Whoever was talking.
Okay. So I think that we'll give the chance to the other, tries until, for example, 1 month. I don't know, because we don't have any specific policies for closing the issues on the token lock, and maybe, we can post something in the forum. Make a
Yeah,
decision about that.
I mean, the thing with Unwrapper is that the integration is basically done. It's just that it doesn't work from their side, but our work is complete as it is right now. So we can do a soft beta release for the people to start testing as we are doing right now and see the coverage and how that works with the new version. Because yeah, I understand that releasing a version 2 is complicated for any platform. So I'm just giving them those 2 weeks and see how that goes. So we can keep it like in there and see if the coverage increases or gets better in time, and maybe in 1 month we can put a release to that. So yeah, I think that it's on our hands to keep testing it and see if it's worth it, and yeah, but non-pairing will work perfectly for now. Thanks, man.
Okay. Welcome. So let's wait until March 20th. So I just give it noted somewhere to keep in my mind that maybe we can close the fiat integration on Chainwine and let the voters vote on other priorities then. And I think we also have to sync up for the release date of the PFP. I know that it's an independent feature, but if we decide on the release dates of these two features that we have it on our hands, we better sync together specifically for the com site. I know that you have timeline in your mind, but I'm wondering that which does it affect the release plan of these two features that are also ready for now, or what to do? What's your opinion about that? Mitch?
You talking to me
Yeah.
for the PFP?
Yeah. I mean that is that the launch date of the PFE affect the features that we have right now in our hands? For example, if I want to, for example, make the notification center or the new homepage live, for example, next week, does it affect your release plan, or maybe the comms
27.
team?
Mm, and ideally, you'll be able to space it out and not have them all launch at once.
I'm pretty sure that you also need a banner and featured projects and somewhere in the homepage, and
So assuming you launch it next week, that's the 27. I probably won't be able to do anything on it until the 6th. after ETH Denver, essentially. So unless Santi takes charge of it, you'll probably have that week, like 7 or 8 days in between the release of the homepage to when we would launch the public page of the NFT collection. The NFTs will probably exist, well, they will exist before because we're giving them out during ETH Denver, but they won't need the minting page since we'll be giving them away for free, essentially.
Okay.
But the documentation is already up, so we have at least some reference for the user, but that's the only way I think we could stagger it out so you have enough time to prepare it properly.
Okay, very good, cool. And
hopefully we'll be having a testing party tomorrow or Wednesday. I'm gonna just announce it on the call after this one and then pick a time today.
Okay, very cool. And okay, let's move to Chainline. Just give you updates, guys, that I had a we chat with Carlos. Carlos had lots of bugs in their staging, and right now, because we have the backend into production, we can do the testing on their production also. So I think Meto and Carlos preparing an environment for that, and some configurations. I think that Mary Jeff can start working with them to have a testable flow for everyone to jump into the testing the chain-wide. So the rest is the kind of operations testing, and we don't need any more coding on this. So I think we can change the priorities even on the chain-wide right after these things. Correct me if I were wrong. Carlos, Meto, Mary Jeff.
Yeah, I think that we are going to be testing in production, sadly, because the staging environment is a bit rough to keep up. So the branch that I left ready for that is the give-chainbind.vercel.app. We're going to be using that one. And the donations, I think the flow is the same. You can make a donation with XDAI, something really tiny, and the flow is going to supposedly going to look fine. I will be doing some tests with Carlos, but yeah, I think that's all.
Okay, so we also made good block by the comms team for that because it needs huge, I think, content, campaigns and stuff like this. So
also,
I think, go ahead.
Yeah, no, regarding that, I wanted also to point where in our app is going to be like linked to the Give landing page, because so far nowhere is going to be found. Like, how do we get to that page? I think that's the only part missing on the design. If it's going from the landing, from the settings, or where.
I think I comment and we mentioned the most idea about that. You saw that? Oh.
No, I will look at it.
Also, I was working on something else and I didn't actually paying attention. What is you're talking about?
Did you see the Chainvine or referral landing page?
No. Yeah. I remember.
How to reach that page? That's the question. We need somewhere in our footer. I think in the footer in the homepage, but the flow is, it's not directly for homepage. For referral page. Or do I make a mistake? I think it's the user journey starts from their side. The users goes to their website, then gets redirected to our page. Maybe I misunderstood the flow.
Yeah, it can start from their side or our side. Right now, it will only begin from Chainvine. They list all of the campaigns available, but it could be cool to display it on our site, and then it's like a complete flow. We will tell the people, okay, you can make some referrals and make some money, blah blah blah, and then it goes to Chainvine, and the whole flow is in there.
I think it's also need, comes in decisions where to put it. But, if I were in their shoes, I just, make a kind of banner, custom banner in the homepage and, try to have lots of call
Yeah,
to actions. Yeah.
it's not a
Um,
blocker for the whole flow, but it's a good addition for making it public.
I just need to add something here. Since you actually talk about adding custom banner to the homepage regarding all banners on the whole Giveth application, whole Giveth Galaxy, please do not add any banner anywhere. Um, I mean, I mean, the new design for the homepage is kind of like supporting is actually have a section to support adding new banners, and it's I mean we don't need to actually add any custom banner there. And anywhere else, if we actually need to have a banner, please just create an issue and let's talk about and think about how we can actually use that in the future, not just for a limited time.
We don't have a settings bar or anything, but we can make it on the profile also. I think most of the um, Binance or projects that do referrals have it on the settings or somewhere more hidden. We don't have to make it so public.
yeah. But that was a very good suggestion, Mateo. However, for letting the world know that we have this plan, we may have a kind of short campaign. And Mo, I was mentioning, put it in the custom banner section that we show the campaigns there.
Yeah.
So not a separate banner. So we have a mechanism for that right now. So the PFP chain vine, it's Denver is going to be our third, 3 or 3 other campaigns that we have to show it on our homepage this, in the coming months, I guess.
Yeah.
So I just put a, release date for that. That is going to be March 20 for the chain one. I think it is accessible right after the PFE, one week after the PFE. So I have to recheck it with the comms team again, but please keep in your mind that we have this date. And also the fiat has to be delivered until March 20th. So this is a gentleman agreement from you all in the team. And do we have other features? We have lots of features in the pipeline. I may miss something. Guys, can you hear me or?
Yeah.
You're asking about more features?
Yeah. I think I don't have anything to add. For next plan, just keeping your mind that we're working with all on 4 different topics. The most important topic is that the update of the the blocks update that we want to move it to projects page. The projects page gets some changes, and Mo is working on it right now. Right after that, we have to start working on this single projects page that we want to add discussions there, comments from the users, and also more organized projects info. The topic that's once Tropical Mango raised it, and we had lots of issues about that. That's, for example, project owners want to have their social accounts, more information, also map. We have to also include the maps and the locations there. So these are the in progress things that we're working on our backlog to make it prepared. And I think for information, Lauren, you can also start the region farms, redesign with the cherry because we're going to have bandwidth for it. And oh guys, I'm feeling like a pregnant lady that want to deliver lots of things in few weeks. So yeah, I have to deliver. I know that lots of things, and they get this notification center. That was huge. We're thinking that it's an easy feature, but that was very. I think it's more than 5, 6 baby in just one delivery. You have to deliver. How many projects get involved? Mohammed, about this notification center, we have 2 different backends. One from Amin, 3
No, three.
projects.
In Packergraph notification center and I'm in microservice about the indexing for blockchain events.
Yeah, that was huge. Yeah. I don't have any other agent that's in my mind. Did I miss something from? Go ahead.
Oh, I have things, but I could let you go first.
No, I'm just waiting for your comments.
Okay. First thing, the nice token minter, which I think was put on the back burner to do some technical debt on the impact graph. So Amin was doing some research into the Open Zeppelin Defender or something like that. Anyway, the whole idea is that we could automatically mint nice tokens instead of having to manually do it every 2 weeks and have it done like instantly on donations. So that was a small project that. Go ahead, Amin.
Sorry, maybe I didn't clear it out enough that how it's not easy to just do some interaction with contract on the back end. There are lots of nonsense, and maybe the happy pass is easy. You just put some private key somewhere, charge it with some gas, and say okay, call it to mean that do a transaction. It can be anything, but it's not something predictable, and because for any reason the transaction may not be broadcasted. The node that you are connected can be done. You should keep track of nonces. Gas price would change. Many things. We had the experience on bridge, if you remember. That happened often, that someone say, "Oh, my withdrawal didn't work." They say that okay, the bridge could not execute the transaction of minting or withdrawing, or that happened again in another side, even on executing a transaction on Ringp. So for solving that issue, there are tools and services outside that helps you to they handle the difficulty for you. They promise you that the transaction will be executed, and we will have less we will struggle less with the issues that may happen on executing a transaction in real world.
That program you found, the Open Zeppelin Defender, basically helps with those things.
Yes, it gives you an API that say, okay, send that transaction. And say, okay, I will send it, and maybe you can even it's configurable as that if you can even replace the transaction. You can monitor that the transaction has been executed or not, and it
makes the life easier.
Right. Did we see how much it costs? Because that's the thing.
Let's
see. Oh, you're cutting out a mean. Sign up for free. Okay. And then what?
As far as I understood, it's not. We should. Do you hear me? Let me. Yeah.
Your audio.
Yeah, we should investigate more. How much is the price?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. All right, we'll check it out.
But aside that, I think we have some implementation in the impact graph side. I mean, I think we can go forward for it and not block us for with the Open Zeppelin. I told you before, I think.
Yeah, we mean the transaction ourselves, you mean?
No, I think we do the impact graph side. For instance, when a donation has been created, we call a function that it would mean transaction. Do the rest of the things and just fill this function later.
Okay, yeah. It can be,
I think.
something. Yeah, it can be changed by. It can be an interface that can be
Yeah.
implemented by anything, have any implementation. But we should keep the private key there, and it's not nice to keep the private key in the impact graph and minting them, as you know that there are lots of issues with them. Node.js, sorry, gRPC node and something like this.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Well, the only reason I pushed it was to have it for ETH Denver. So I think it won't be ready in time. So it probably doesn't need to have a high priority, but if we can automate that and get users tokens instantly instead of waiting 2 weeks, then that means we could remove that from our manual workflows. So that's a nice to have.
If you like, if it's a priority, I can spend this week some time on it.
It's not a priority. I mean, yeah, it's fine now. We figured out a different way to do it so it won't be a problem for ETH Denver. So it'll be fine. One more thing I wanted to bring up before the Gov call, because I know a lot of you aren't there, but this will probably affect you. Gauging interest, if there's anybody interested in buying some AI subscriptions for the organization. So things like GitHub Copilot that integrates right into VS Code. There's corporate plans for that. There's obviously ChatGPT Pro, which debugs code really, really well, to be honest. So both of those have been are really, really great development tools, apart from other things. And I know that in some areas of the world, it's hard to get access to this stuff. So if you guys think that's a cool idea, I'll bring it up on the next call after this one and try and set something up.
Let's bring it up, everybody.
Yeah.
Go to the government channel right now, open up the Notion file, and mention yourself under the topic.
We want AI.
Yeah. And thank you. Okay, guys, for information, I just asked Meto to provide the guest date for the release of this internationalization stuff. He thinks right now that the March 20th is the time for that. So I hope that we can also close the internationalization card in the token lock until that date. So let the voters to vote on other issues and the priorities get more clear until then. And then what else? I think that you guys had something in your mind for specifically the Carlos. Carlos, I think you had some issues from the Ashley on the admin, or the other issues that's may got it neglected. Can you remember something that we have priority to it?
Well, there are some minor filter things, but there is also the project updates one. Remember, that's the one that they've been asking regarding reviewing the update. That's kind of like the one that comes up all the time. Mo, did he freeze?
Yep.
I was like, is he waiting for me to say something else?
It's Discord problem or our connection problem?
Monique's connection problem.
You guys got disconnected. You said that was minor things, Carlos?
Yeah, I was saying that it's mostly some filter things, some quality of life things in the admin, and also the feature that keeps coming up is reviewing a project update to so that it becomes listed. Mainly those two that I remember right now.
Okay, so we can call them epics maybe. But in order that we're gonna have, we don't have Mohammed in 2 days for the praise. Maybe we'll get in trouble. Or maybe you can, pair with Amin to do that. Okay, any other comments or issues that you have in your mind, guys?
I want to meet with Mohammed. I asked for his help, but I can make that public so anybody can give some feedback. There is an issue on the Gnosis safe that we cannot sign with it because the multisig works as a contract. So right now we have to use another protocol that is basically the EIP 1271. That is how contracts make signature. I already made that fix on the front end, waiting for every owner of the multisig to make their signature. But in the backend, we have the token generated the same way. We verify the hash, the complete hash, and we see that we have the same message, and that's the way that we verify that the user has signed that message, and we log in. So we are missing that little part on the backend. I have to send the hash, which is different than the one used right now for a regular wallet, verify it, and then we grab a token. So it's it's not that much of a change in the backend. It's just if the login comes from a Gnosis safe account, you have to make the verification using this other method and return the token. So I asked Mohammed to help me in that. If anybody else has some feedback, maybe Amin, I know that you may have some suggestions. I think that's the right flow in my research, but yeah, any suggestion is very worth it.
Thank you, Matthew. I talked with Monique regarding that. Actually, The most important thing is that it will change our UI flow. Do you hear me well?
Yeah.
Cool. It will change our UI flow and user experience, and we should be aware of this. And the point is that user cannot sign in immediately because we should wait for the we should wait for the transaction to be minted,
Yeah.
to be mined, and it's time consuming things, and the token would be expired and lots of things. So first we should get agreement from the design and UI UX designers and product managers that do you like this change or not, and how we can handle it. Maybe go ahead.
No, I wanted to say that the version that I made is a very vanilla version. It's essentially if you leave the page, there is no way to generate the token. So at least for the user that right now requires it, I think it could help a lot because the UI UX would be the same. It's just for them to not close that window. I am having like an event handler waiting for all the signatures to go on, and then you can have the token. I know that the way that you are mentioning it is better because they can close the window and all of that and still have the signature whenever all the designers and the owners have it. But there is a couple of donations rather big. I think 700 and or 1K. I don't know if it's a lot of money, and they want to give some donations using the multi-sig. So just take into consideration that we can make a vanilla version if we all agree, but there's that sense of urgency because of that.
Yeah. Okay. How long it's emergency, all right. And you say that we won't change the UI UX too much and just with the current UI you want. And what happens when you create a key create a transaction for the user to add to the Gnosis chain, right?
Yeah, they
And
have to. Sorry, go ahead.
And when the transaction is done, do you listen to the emitted event or not, or just the UI look at the login again, drop in again with that I don't know, with that hash as the as a signer?
Yeah, right now
And
for the event,
authenticate.
I'm grabbing the hash, and once the hash is taken, I call the backend to generate the token. So it's going to be a bit annoying because essentially the person that started the signature has to do all of the flow. Nobody else can do it because it's the browser that has the event handler going on. It's the very vanilla version, but I can explain at least to the person that is going to make the donation happen. I think it's for the Turkey and Syria thing, so that's why the urgency. So we can make this like a vanilla version, and after that we can consider a more complex UX that could imply making some changes in our UX. Because it should be ideal that every signer would have like a signature ready if they already did the signature, and that flow is way too much complicated, I know.
I just some parts are not clear for me, especially the part that you can you assign the message, you authenticate the message, authenticate the user that this hash is the same. First that we should pass the hash that we have created, and then we should be aware that the transaction is executed and the event is emitted, and we should say this hash is validated, signed. Because in the backend we should monitor the contract and see or maybe query that, and we need some access to the Web3, to the chain, to monitor maybe the event. We don't want to monitor, maybe we just call the call the method on the contract to say this hash is signed by the contract. So it needs the authentication server to has access to the Web3 that it has not had it till now. Yeah, I think there is some missing part here. We can talk about it later in the issue together. Maybe I have not understood the part, or maybe you have missed something.
No, there is a way to, just like we are doing it right now, to verify that the signature was made by the user. Just that's the flow of signing with Ethereum, and it's working with the backend right now. We have to make a slight change in that verification that is using another library or protocol. At least it's from a contract, but I think that we can make it through the ABI. So I will link all of that information in the issue and tag you so you can read all of that and make the suggestion. But I know what you mean, and let's see what we can make out of it.
Very cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I see.
Uh,
Go ahead,
sorry,
Mo.
Matteo, can you actually mention me on the issue? I would like to take a look at. I know it's technical issue, but I would like to see what is it about.
I posted it right now in the channel right now in the chat box. Yeah, but I think we also need a summary from Mato that explains the user flow.
Yeah.
For that,
I would make
maybe
that more clear because it's not very good explaining that issue.
Very cool. And sorry, I missed that. Mato, you said that you want to have it in the agenda, but I missed that. But if it's too urgent, we can send to the address of the projects, and we, the admins like Ashley can simply create a donation in the admin bra, so it can be shown on the project again. I think that decision, we made that decision because we calculated that we only have, for example, up to 15 donations by the multi-sigs or the Nasi Safe in a year. So for these use cases, we don't have to make it very complicated to deliver a feature. So I think it's the most accessible things that they send the money directly to the address, and the admin create a donation, verified donation in the admin bra.
Yeah.
So we won't miss them.
Yeah, I think that's going to work even better. I will talk to the person. I think it's 2 people, and then maybe I can send them to Ashley. I think Ashley is the one that usually handles those.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Guys, I don't have any other intentions. If you don't have, I don't know, do you have something in your mind that you want to mention in this meeting? I try to outline the releases dates, the current features. I will check it with the comms team and get back to you guys to make it more clear. And I hope for the next week we have the backlogs ready for you. I think you may have all have bandwidth for the next weeks. So me and Mo try to finalize the backlog for you, then we can jump into new features. Thank you for your time, and that was a very good meeting, and have fun.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Have a good day. Bye. Thank you. Bye.